Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Creators Call here on YouTube. My name is Marcy. I love playing with paper and creating things that help give you good ideas or inspire you in some way to make things for yourself. As you know, also one of the things I've been working on is cleaning things out and downsizing, decluttering, all of that. Well, I found a little treasure in one of my drawers recently. And what this is the leftovers from a project I did a couple of years ago with you guys. And I don't know if you recall that or not, but it was how to decorate up some pages in advance and using these little alphabet tabbed pages. I had found these at a thrift store while I was on vacation, and somebody said, how would you use that? And so I had demoed that, but then I put it aside because I still wanted to play once the video was over. So these are going to be some pre-made journal pages. What I also did was stashed a variety of things into this folder. So I thought maybe we could go through it together, see what we can make, get some of these pages ready to go, and just kind of get this all cleaned up, taken care of, and then put it away when I'm done with this project. Does that sound like a good plan? Before we get started on everything, I would like to say a hello and warm welcome to Sylvia, Melanie, Keely-Ann, which I really love your name, Keely-Ann, Kathy, and Stormy Swan. Thank you guys so much for watching and commenting on my videos, and I'm so glad you're here hanging out with us today. Now, let's see what's in here. I am recognizing a few things. So clearly I was trying to clean out some stash and use it up, and then got sidetracked for the last, almost 2 years, and then decided to return. I put some of these in those journals that we donated to the Ukrainian Welcome Center, and I did end up using the ones that I had made, so that was really good. Quite a few here. Let's see, I wrote myself a note. Make pre-done journal pages, fabric ruffle side strips, stenciled, stamped, add tiny scraps or postage stamps around the edge. Something I can't read. Oh, napkin, etc. Okay. Well, let me go grab some stencils and some ink and some tiny stamps. All right, I've got all the goodies. Love it when I write myself notes so I remember what was in my head at the time. This has little stamp-like images. They aren't exactly all stamps, but they look like stamps from various places. So I love this little tin for holding those. This is tissue paper, and then I have another project, so I thought, why not get this out? Because I had set this aside from an old video as well, wanting to continue decoupaging on random things. And there's napkin in here. I'll pull out that packet of stuff. Yeah, getting it all in one place. Boy, am I the master at just getting everything spread all over the place. So of course I very likely have more than I can do. Happy mail from the 2K giveaway. I loved what she did with this, and so I was gonna turn it into a journal page. Well, aren't I clever? Okay. This was from a journal I won, and they had several ideas in there that I really liked. And I do believe I copied one or two, so why not do it again? I used some of the pages from this in that other journal too. So yeah, it's a high time to get busy creating and doing instead of just sitting around collecting. I'm really scolding myself. Okay, this was from that same journal that was from the giveaway I won ages ago. Oh, see, look at here, look at here. Remember how we were busy throwing away all the little pieces? Let's see if there's anything in here that we actually really need to use. I think maybe I was gonna tear these up and make a page edge. Tear into pieces to go around page edges. Okay, well that's acceptable. But once I've used them today, the rest of those pieces go in the trash because I don't need to save them. And then my other thought was, I don't know what to do with this thing right here. This was the package. It was made from a file folder. I love all the froofy, beautiful, all this, the texture, the jewels. There was a pocket here. It's coming unglued, and I wanted to reuse this somehow as a journal page or maybe as a topper on a journal. So if you guys have ideas, I'd love to hear them from you, but I don't, nothing's coming to mind for this project right now. So let's stencil one, let's do some tearing and putting pretty decorations around the page, and then we'll use some of these things up and see how many we can get done. These were all coffee dyed pages that I had done. Look, I even folded that one, so that's one we're gonna do. I would really love to use that on something. And here's book page. There's another one. I love that those are green. Here's one of these. I mean, I can't get too carried away because we only have X amount of time, but I could get some of these out of here, you know. Here's the Z page. Why not? I actually do remember using this tissue paper on one of these pages, and then it came out way overdone, and I ended up redoing it because it was, quite frankly, a little atrocious. So let's start with those. And then when I'm done with this project, I need to go put all of these papers back where they belong. Yeah, because this is what happens. And then all this stuff stacks up and piles up. And I just feel frustrated. Okay, so where's my little handy dandy note? Oh, now see, I was wondering where these went. Okay, now I know. Oh my gosh, I am a ridiculous human being. There's doilies in here too. Can you see what I'm doing? Because my camera's a little high, I can't see in the camera right now. That one is for gardening. There's different music. Let's see. Where'd my note to myself go with all the stuff I was gonna do? That note I just wrote myself that was on this book page, where'd it go? I have lost that note to myself. There it is. Oh, whew. Okay, self, pay attention. So, first one is fabric ruffle. Okay, we have a plan. Fabric ruffle it is. So let's see who could warrant a fabric ruffle. Let's do this one. Oh, well, we won't do that one because it's torn. Let's pick a different one. Let's pick the accounting paper, ledger paper. I love this stuff. Love it, love it. Okay, so let's pick a ruffle, and then I think I'd like to pick a stencil to go with it. I also have these side strip embellishments I made. This is a, ooh, now see. I don't want to do a fabric with a fabric element, if that makes sense. But I do like this green one. Oh, look how beautiful the colors are. I think I'm gonna do that. So this is actually a fabric cluster. And fabric ruffle, let's find one we want to use, and then I'll find a page. Look at all these little, there's a little fabric ruffle. Those are nice for page tabs. Here's a big fabric ruffle. I definitely wanted to use these up at one point. Let's find a page that would look good with that fabric ruffle on it, which is probably going to be this one. Now, oh, some of my stitching is coming out, so when I glue it down, I just have to account for that and hand ruffle it with the glue. But that's going to look really cool. So let's get these two done. Sometimes it's nice to just sit and make pretty pages, and then when you're ready to make your journals, they can just pop in there. You know, actually I have another idea for that music page, so I may still use it after all. Do not despair. Okay, so let's get these out of the drawer, out of our stash, into a usable form, and then into a journal. I am going to pop that down just for a sec. Oops, that's very goopy. Didn't want quite that much. There we go. But I did want just to tack it like right there so that's not flopping around. Nice. Done. I'm gonna stencil on it though. And then this one, which is, now my glue is exploding again. You have to put the cap right back on, but sometimes it's just a pain when you want to use it right away. So that is not square. Well, let's try to square that up a little bit. There we go. I'm gonna bring my camera down because I honestly can't see if I'm in frame or not. There we go, that's better. I'm using the Fabri-Tac for the fabric, of course. I don't know why I feel obliged to explain in every video, but you know. I got an old leftover paper towel from yesterday, so let's wipe that off and put the cap right back on. And then I have this really cute little glue holder thing from the thrift store. Here we go, glue is put away, and now just gonna lay this on there. It looks like it has threads from something else, so we'll let those go. And we'll spread these out at the bottom. This is just a simple running stitch with my machine, and then I gather it, I hand gather it. Since then, I learned how to fold it as I sewed, and then I did do zigzags, so those lay a little flatter, but this is what I was making in the beginning. Here we go. And do I need extra glue anywhere? I think I pretty well got that, and it looks pretty well spaced out, doesn't it? Okay, so now let's do some stenciling. And should we do it in brown or green? Or, I mean, I like color. I would like to do this one in blue. Let's find the blue. And then, I think that's the right shade. Yeah, that's good. That's blue jeans, and I like, well, if I've already got green, I'd like it to pop a little bit. So I think I want that red kind of color. I don't know, where's my red? I have to dig through my pile over here. Where's my red? Okay, well, we're gonna just switch gears and do some stamping instead in red because I can't find it. I really have no idea what on earth I did with it. I've not been using it, so it should be there, but it's not. Okay, what stencil do we want on that page? Let's do one that goes down the edge. I'm very distressed, and I'm not trying to make a pun. I really am. Very, very upset by this. I need a piece of scratch paper. I'm going to use that, and then if it overflows, great. Oh, you know what else? I just remembered I actually have the little makeup sponges that are good for this, but I don't want to hop up again. So we'll just use this guy. He's not the best. Sorry if we're shaking the table and the camera. I don't really have anywhere else to mount this camera. Ooh, that's pretty, isn't it? That's really pretty. That looks like shadows in the garden. It's pretty. All right, there we go. There's that one. One page, yay. Okay, and it didn't even overflow really, so that's good. Put that away. Now this one we're gonna stamp. Let's see. Kind of want that curly bit going up. And here we go. Got glue stuck to my finger. While we wait, we'll just pick that off. Oh, so pretty. All right. There's that. Set that aside. Okay, so that's two. Very quick, very easy. That's why it's nice to have these things done up in advance, because the decorating happens so quickly that way. Okay, so we did stencil and a ruffle and actually a cluster. I have an idea for this, because even though it's torn, we still have options. So I'm going to show you one of my options. So I had been working at one point on Franken-pages, and then I had another one that was pre-done page embellishments, or pre-done page faces that you just lay down. So we're going to kind of go with a Franken-page kind of an idea here. I'm going to tear off all the excess that we don't really want. And then we're going to do something like that, although I was really seeing it more as these guys. So let's take off the leaves for the moment. Doesn't mean we don't love them. They might come back. We'll see. And then we'll put that there. And glue. I'm going to use the art glitter glue for this one. Hopefully my head didn't just get in that shot. I apologize if it did. So I want to glue around the chasm. Then I want to glue these edges, and hopefully that will hold everything down. And then we'll figure out what to put on the other side. Whoop, 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 turning. There we go. Aha! Very nice. Stick this over. And I'm wondering if I could put one of these little clusters, or would that just look weird right there? Yeah, it would. Yep, weird. Don't do that. But what I was thinking was maybe one of these could go. It might blend in too much though. It might need actual, like some color there. And I don't want to do decoupage quite yet. I just need something that kind of goes across right here that looks good, you know? Maybe it is another ruffle. I have paper ruffles here too, but that also looks too matchy-matchy. Oh, where were those doily things? I had a couple pieces of doily. I could throw some doily down, I bet. Uh-oh, things are falling off my table. What if we artistically arrange a piece of doily? Yeah. And then it's like the doily is just laying on the page, and there's enough contrast. I could just make it go all the way across, couldn't I? And then when you fold the page in half, you'll have some doily over here, and you'll have some doily over here. Okay. Good plan, guys, good plan. All right, so coming down to here. Start with that, and then we're going like right here. Oops, went a little over, but I need to come further that way. The beauty of this purple school glue is you can tell when it's dry. Here we go, that kind of covers up that spot, and then we're going to, I may have to grab a new glue stick here in a minute too. Then we're going to trim. There's that. And then refold. Whoop, refold. Come on, buddy. Oh, now see how cool that will look when it's inside a journal, for example. There's that, and then here's the other side. So that looks cool, doesn't it? And then let's put some pretties on it, like a sticker. One of these little fake stamp thingies. Fake stamp thingies. Some of them are stickers and some of them are things I've stamped. And some of them are just all kinds of things. That would be pretty on this one, wouldn't it? It's got the same color. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Let's do that too. Why not? Using all the things. You could put a label there. Don't have any labels out at the moment, I don't think. I might have one rattle around on my desk. These are faux handmade stamps. I do have a video. It's an old one too. Oldie but a goodie. All right, there's that. So let's see. I just cut this one out the other day. See, there are all kinds of like little ephemera pieces and all kinds of things. So we could layer them up a bit, you know. And then there's some actual postage stamps in there. Let's see. There's like, this is a sticker. That one's kind of pretty, isn't it? Maybe I should, let's do this side first and give it some color. And then go from there. Because actually, that black and white with this black, what does that say? Oh, those are horsies. I'm not sure horses are quite the way I'm going with that. Not sure that's quite what I'm looking for. This one is flowers, but I would definitely, the edge is kind of uneven, but I would take my scissors. They don't match up quite exactly, but close enough. These are my postal edge scissors. I would do that, and actually that has more impact up there like that, and then maybe this guy can sit over here. It's because the dark edge kind of helps define the edge of the page, I think. I'm making stuff up, I don't know. I don't have an art degree, but that's what I am thinking. And then we could just stick that one there. Or should we do this one? He's got some black. We'll do that one, but then we'll just carry on the yellow butterfly theme into here. This looks a little bit weak right there anyway, so that's perfect. There we go. So now we have kind of like a Franken-page situation, but it looks pretty, and then this needs something over there. Should we just stick it right up there in the middle of everything? Oh, well, look at that. We can do that. We can ink it first. Wow, I got a yellow butterfly theme. It's because the picture here of the columbine, I think that's columbine, or they could be like little daffodils, narcissus. Acidanthera. I don't know. But anyway, it makes me think of my yellow columbine, and so that got me going on the yellow thing. These were just pieces from an old scrapbook paper, and I did the same thing. I trimmed around them with my postal edge scissors. Yeah, I feel like it needs one more thing under it, though. What does it need? Not that. Don't know that it needs blue either. Yeah, that's all right. I like that. We'll do it. Let's do that. Oh, probably should give him some ink. I had a pretty good week this week. How about you guys? I got to go hang out with some friends on Tuesday because my one friend moved out of state, so we don't get to see her very often in person, but we tend to do like a FaceTime thing periodically. So we went to our other friend's house out in Emmett. I've been all over the state. Been all over the place this week. And so we went out to Emmett to hang out at the other friend's house, and we went and did some shopping, a cute little gift shop out there, and then had lunch. And what else did we do? Oh, we went to a nursery, yeah, and looked at plants. I bought some tarragon for my garden. All I'm doing here is giving it a little texture, kind of. And you know what? I'm wondering, since I brought in that blue color, what if I just add some speckles, but in blue? You know me and my speckle stamp, I love it. That's kind of cute, yeah. And yeah, so that was fun. And then the next day, well, I had my dental appointment, which is okay because, you know, my teeth are fine, so it's not nearly as scary as it could be. So I did that, but then we had a wedding we went to out in Fruitland. So like I said, I've been driving all over the state. Didn't have to go to Caldwell this week, so that was nice. No offense to Caldwell, but I didn't really want to drive out there anymore. So yeah. So anyway, we did that, and then really sweet wedding, really sweet. Young lady from church. She's singing on the worship team with my husband, so she invited the worship team folks, which was nice. I don't know if that's too structured there, but I'm putting one there anyway. So that was good. And then yesterday I got my hair done, so that was nice. Yeah, but overall it's been a good week. I need to plant my plants I got on Tuesday. I'm excited because I got tarragon, and I have a recipe that uses tarragon, so I just love it. Now, since this has stuff on every other page, do you guys think we should do something here and give it a tab? I'm definitely feeling blue and yellow today. Ooh, well, that one's blue and yellow. That wouldn't be a tab though, it'd definitely be a ruffle. Don't know that I want a whole ruffle. No, we'll skip that. Okay, that one's done. Now I want to do, let's get this one done. This one I wanted to do what? What did I want to do? Let's do like a honeybee theme, shall we? Yeah, so it's been a pretty good week, and then today I'm having a nice low-key day and catching up with myself and hanging out, doing videos and stuff like that. I'm looking for my one called, well, there's wild honey. I was thinking fossilized amber, but I could do wild honey. That's the one for that. Let me find my end for this one. I love this little thing. This is like, oh no, this is wild honey. What's this? This one might be green. I bet that's what that is. Love this little thingamabob. So I was using it just for the little applicators, but then I threw the sponges in there too, so just decided to keep them all in one spot. There we go. Okay, so let's figure out how we want to do that, and then trading out. There we go. So yeah, just having a nice week with some things that are just a little bit different, you know. Visits to a nursery and going to weddings, and it was lovely. It was outdoors, and it was at her grandparents' place, and they have these beautiful sturgeon ponds. So just really, and the weather, gosh, was very nice to us. Didn't get windy, did not get rainy, did not do anything weird or unexpected, as it can do. And case in point, I'm gonna refer you back to 2 years ago when my daughter graduated outdoors about this time of year, and we all got drenched at the last possible minute, quite unexpectedly. Okay, now where's my vintage photo again? Yeah, and they had to shut the whole thing down because there was lightning and send us all inside, you know? But the wedding was just beautiful, really sweet. Okay, that helps. I just needed something to help the yellow stand out. Okay, so we are stenciling. Then, this doesn't really say B to me. Let's see what else we got. Let's see if any of these side strip or cluster things work. Might not. I should put a little more in here though, like right through the middle. Why not? I'm just going lightly because I want the suggestion of a honeycomb without it being too obvious. Let's cover that one up. Go back over here. Maybe it does want some fossilized amber. I don't know. Cleaned out my cardstock this morning and got that all organized, so that was nice. I'll just drop something again. That looks a little too square, doesn't it? Whoops. Let's add some of you. I don't know. I'm totally making this up. I don't know. You just gotta play, you know? You just gotta play around. Sorry, shaking the camera. Oh, that turned out with really pretty colors though, didn't it? Okay, so there's my honeybee, and I don't know if I have anything honeybee-ish in here or not. Let's do, oh, well, look at there. There's one. That's a butterfly moth thing. That one's pretty. I'm gonna hold that one out. Gonna set the ones I'm not using in here. Let's see. Guess I'm into yellow and blue today because here's another one that looks pretty. Let's see, what is that? A bird? Okay. We were all excited because we saw a heron, we thought, out by one of the ponds, just standing there. I was like, that was so cool. And then we, you know, wedding's over and we went back out and we're like, that heron is still there. So it turned out it was a statue. I was so excited because I'd never seen a heron like just without it being flying overhead or something, not just naturally standing by a pond, and apparently I still haven't. So there you go. I really hoped I had more another bee one. It would have been nice. Oh, that's a duplicate. These are the colors of bees, but they are butterflies. Boy, I keep running into the same theme today. That's a bummer. That's a piece of washi tape, but it looks like a postage stamp. Interesting. What is that? That's a butterfly. This is kind of honeybee colors. That might work. Let's see. Well, we're striking out. Throw all these back in there really fast. Let's see. And interesting, I didn't stamp anymore. Oh, there's another honeybee. Oh, that's good. I might do that one because it's got more color around the edge, so it ties in with the color on the page. And then these are just itty bitty Tim Holtz ephemera-ish things. Boy, I can't talk. Okay, setting that aside. Okay, so tying in with our little honeybee theme and our stamp theme and just using stuff up. I'll put him on the front page. And I should probably ink these guys too. Later when I use this in a journal, I can go around and ink the edges of the page. And since these won't all be going in the same journal, it won't look like I'm doing the same thing on everything, which I most definitely am doing. Let's throw in some of this too. Oops. I think this was a picture I cut out of a book page, and then I stamped on it, made a postage stamp image. That was fun. And there he goes, and then on the back, let's see, do I want it like that? Yeah, that's probably good. I'm gonna go around this one in the yellow too. Put both yellows, why not? And a touch of brown. I like to mix up my colors. Okay, and let's do one where we tear little strips and put it around the edge of the page. And we might do one of these side strip embellishment ones too. And then we will have done what we wanted to do with that pack. Look at honeybees and stenciling. Okay, there's that one. Gotta go put my stencil aside. Okay, so this one is, how come these all need to be refolded? I must have folded in a hurry or something. Okay. All right, so got to keep the glue out for this one. So what we're doing is just tearing pieces and going around the edge of the page. And I think I'm just gonna tear and place really fast first and then glue. Because if I do it the other way, I'll probably spend too much time thinking about stuff and then I'll be slower. Let's do that. There's some pretty green. This is a fun technique because it just incorporates all the pieces and makes the page look really cool. I should open this up and do it that way. And I guess maybe decide, did I want to do it on this side or that side? I want to do it on this side. Here's some brown paper bag. You definitely want to change it up a little bit. Spread it out, you know. And when I open up the whole page, it's a little easier to see to do that with. Okay, here's some wallpaper. Will it tear? No. I'm gonna use my decal edge scissors on that. I'm kind of not caring if some of them are straight on the edges on these, if some are straight and some are jaggedy, because it's just supposed to be like scraps, you know? Let's put you down here, or no, let's put you over there and put this one. Let's see, where can I put you? I think I could put this one right here, be fine. And here's some other book page. So I'm kind of trying to stick with square shapes. Is that too brown? Brown on brown? Who cares? Who cares? Let's do what we like. Let's just do it how we want. Okay, now see these. Too small. Why did I bother? Some of those I just tore off, but like, seriously self, Now on these that are a little bit thinner, I have to make sure that it gets glued down all the way. So I'm probably gonna stick that like right there over the crease. Oh, there's some pretty pink. And like I said, I don't care if I tear some. Let's see, let's put that in there. And that way, got that. What was I saying? I don't care if some are straight and some are jagged. Actually, I think I do want a piece over there, but not this piece. The corners are tricky, you know? Let's do that one like right like that, and I'm gonna fold it so it's easier for that. There we go. I don't know if I'm supposed to go down the middle or not. I think maybe I am. Well, let's put you there then, and put this one here. Can you see me? I can't use that. Okay. What was I thinking? What else have I got in here though? Ooh, that one's pretty. Oh, I remember that. This was from a wax rub thing. Embossed waxed rub. It's got some color. It's the paper sack, but it's also got, you know, color on it. Artist prerogative. We get to move things around if we want. And we want. Okay. This one's kind of pretty. Oh, there's a bigger piece of that poppy. Nice. Let's put you up here. We need some color up there. And let's put one of these down the middle. And let's put this one like over here somehow. Do I have enough yet? I like that one says poppy, so I could do that. Throw that out, and then what else have we got? Oh, we got some red. Here, this one's already torn a little bit. Oh yeah, so these little red pops of color kind of bring in this and some of the pinks. I could do red up here. Do I need any more? I need something right there. Should I do more music? I should. I could do music. And look, here's one already small enough. Okay, let's get to gluing. I would say let's do the center first. With everybody else is going to overlap that. Very old Bible, piece of Bible page. In fact, I think that's like in the back in the indexes where they ask questions or have helps. I like the color, I like the tiny print, I like the whole thing. So I'm just gonna glue. I don't know if I'll edit all that out or put music behind it. I mean, how exciting is it to really watch somebody glue a bunch of pieces of paper on a page? I don't have anything riveting. I don't have any stories for you, so I'm probably gonna just speed up or edit or something while I glue. Got my last little edge here to glue down. There we go. Oops, wrong. Here's one more. I tried to kind of glue in the middles and then lay them, you know, lay them down from whichever one was at the bottom and then gluing on top, how I had them arranged basically, but I was just gluing in the centers so that I could tuck things under edges if I needed to. But here's how it looks. We've got all the pretty pinks and reds and blues and everything. Greens. Very pretty, huh? That turned out really nice. And then on this side, this is what we've got on the inside. This is calligraphy paper. So it already has lines for writing and stuff. So there's that one. Probably needs another spot of glue right there. I let my dog out while we were off camera, and she might start barking and want to be let in. Right now she's barking at the neighbors while the kids play. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'd really like to try and see if I can't do something with this, because it was so cool how the envelope looked. And then maybe I can, yeah. Oh, look at that. Okay, all right, that's gonna take a little bit of gluing. I think I want something more like this one, just because I can cover more area. So first I need to glue this here, I think. Could be wrong. Does that even make sense, what I'm trying to do? If I do this, and then on this side, if that's a pocket, I don't need to cover it. But if it's a flip out, I do want to cover it. And making it a flip out is so much more cool because, you know, much more is happening. Okay. I was gonna think that through on my way while I was off camera, but I didn't. Okay. Sorry. Oh, I hear my dog. She's just gonna have to bark outside. Think about that dog. She loves to bark. We had a cousin when I was like in high school / college, extended relative. She had a little poodle. His name was Ding, of all the ridiculous names. He was kind of obnoxious, but she had had him debarked, and probably a good thing because he did bark all the time, but he was just as annoying barking without his barker as he was with his barker. But he just sounded like he was really hoarse. He was like, oh goodness. That probably wasn't much better, other than it wasn't as loud. It didn't stop him from barking, it just made him less loud. So sometimes I think about having my dog debarked. It's probably too late in the game for that though. Oh, I think I hear my husband. I forgot to shut my door. Okay. Whoops, which way is it? Which way? There we go. Okay, so here's what we've got. And then I could do like a, not that one. I just don't like that one. I could do something like this, or is that too much? I don't know. I'm undecided on that. But maybe a paper ruffle. A paper ruffle would look cool. This one's dictionary-ish. That might look kind of cool on there. But when you flip it open, then it could have a pocket in here or something. It's just, you know, playing with pages, right? It does need something right here to hold everything down. I'm gonna clip this on here because I'm not 100% convinced. I might be convinced when it goes into a journal, or I may put something else here entirely. I don't know. But for now, it's a nice option. It's a little thick. Sewing that into a signature may be more than I really want to, more than I bargained for, you know? Okay, so it needs something through here. Let's stencil. Nice a nice long piece of paper. I'm gonna shove this in here. It's just a scrap, but I want it to not accidentally get on the book page. And we'll fill that in. Where's that green one I had? Trying to decide, do I want green, brown, yellow, blue? I think I want brown. Brown's a little more neutral and won't compete as much with everything else going on the page. So stencil, stencil. Whoops, sorry, shaking the camera. Oops, that went over. That was somebody going out the door. There's only 2 of us in this house and it wasn't me. So slamming the garage door on the way by. Thanks. Okay, there's a lump under there. Let's open that up. Just thought I'd do the inside corners just to kind of tie it all in. And I might be able to, should have probably thought about this before I glued it down, but you know, sometimes the brain just doesn't work in that order. But I will do the crease. And I will do this edge, so maybe to tie in, maybe we'll do stenciling right there too. There you go. Nice. I guess I could have reversed this stencil to make it, there we go. That's the beauty of a stencil that's non-directional. You can just turn it all the directions that you need. Uh-oh, left the square. And this is probably exploding again because I didn't cover it up. There's a lot of butterfly action happening today. So does that feel like it would go with the bird? Yeah, because it's got the blue and the yellow. See? Or should I put it over here? That's pretty. You could still kind of write on this, couldn't you? I was kind of wanting to cover that up a little bit since I oopsed it. I don't know. Actually, I do rather like it over here. Oh my goodness. We have a guy coming to look at our door frame to tell us if he can frame it out or not, you know, from the leak. So kind of forgot. He's not coming till 6 p.m., which is not convenient for my life, but oh well. What are you gonna do? I want to round that corner up there. I guess I want to round this one too because it opens. That didn't go very round, but oh well. Looks better than it did a second ago. So there's that. And here I still don't like this thing over here, but I like this there. just butterflying it up. Trying to get this off. These actually come off pretty well. Better than one would expect. Okay, so let's take a look at what we've done. It may not have been everything on the list, but I think it's okay. And then, what time is it? Yeah, I gotta sign off because the door guy is gonna come. But that gave us a chance to use up some of these things and you know, get them out of the pile. I didn't do any napkin decoupage or anything like that, but that's fine. And then I can just clean up after myself and put all this away later. Okay, so here's one that has like a over the page wraparound kind of thing. So I made a pocket here and then when we open this up, there will be something in here, and then this just flips out, but it flips out from the spine, which will be interesting when you're flipping through the book, I think. There's that one. I did some more stenciling. Here's the one with a ruffle, and we decided to stencil on the inside. I could probably add some more right there if I wanted. This is one with a fabric cluster. These are coffee dyed, previously coffee dyed papers. Then I found one of my handmade stamps that I put in this corner, and I did some stamping with rubber stamps over here, and it looks pretty. You know, you don't want to over decorate these pages because you don't know how they'll wind up in a journal and what will be on the opposite side. So a little blank is good. Or you may want to add pockets or what have you. Okay, so this was the music page, and it had a rip up here, so we decided to do more like a Franken-page kind of thing, and I did some stamping with splatter speckle stamp and added some faux postage stamps, and then in here we glued down a doily that I had previously coffee dyed. Looks like it has a splash of gold on it, and then added a few more stamps. There's that one. And here's the little bumblebee one. So I just stenciled with honeycomb image, and then later I can ink around the edges if I want. It looks a little simple right now, but honestly, when you stick it in a journal, it'll be fine. And then lastly, there's this one where we just tore strips and put them around the edge. And so there's writing space in here, but actually that is really pretty. That turned out really nice. And so the last and final, my last and final act will be to take any of these scraps that aren't worth saving, case in point, and to toss them. So I think my dog's barking, so I don't know if that means the guy is here or not, but we can just toss all of these. Although this one says in the garden. I kind of like that. I might actually use that on something. And I can just clean up after myself and stop saving itty bitty scraps, you know, that aren't worth saving. I have so much music, it's ridiculous. And yet, here I go. I have tons of these. And maybe I'll sit here and collage a page because I've got plenty of pieces with which to do that. So that might be what I do next, is just collage one of these pages. And if I do, I'll show you in the next video, because collaging is kind of fun and relaxing, you know? All right, well, I'll stop fiddling right here, and I appreciate you guys hanging out with me today. Thanks so much. I will talk to you in the next video, and until then, be inspired and do something creative today. Bye-bye now.